So, greetings to everyone. I am Pahul Singh and I have made a rocket for the Digital Rocket Design Challenge held by Helium Labs. In this, I have taken into consideration the problem statement given by the competition meant, and have tried to the designs and the conditions that were present in the problem statement. So here I present to you my rocket made on open rocket software. So as now let me share my screen. So as you can see, this is the problem statement. To design a single stage model rocket capable of maintaining the stable flight to reach at least a minimum altitude of 1000 meters while adhering to the following guidelines. So this is my rocket that I have designed. So let me give its all the views. I This is the back view. I have used two thrusters or two motors and about three wings in the back. Let's see the 3D figure. So as you can see, this is the parachute, and this is the engine block that is covering the engine so that it doesn't move up and down. And this is the stock shock cord, this black one, and the payload is present in the cone or the nose of the rocket. I have specially designed these types of wings which are very aerodynamically stable and improved to tackle the aerodynamic forces present in air. So these are the freeform thin set. As you can see, all the components present on this in this block of rocket design. So also you can see that the stability is 1.25 CAL. That means that it is in the stable configuration range of 1 to 2. And also my apogee is 1004 meters. That means that it is above the 1000 meter mark. That is the minimum altitude to be achieved. And the max velocity is 241 meter per second or max 0.71, and max acceleration is 217 meter per second square. So this is a small rocket which has a maximum length of 21.509 inches and max diameter of 3.1 inch. And the total mass is 886 grams, 886 grams. So let's see one by one the problem statements that had to be adhered to. So the first is to make the contest fair, I had to use a single stage model rocket using only G-class motors. So let's see the G-class motors that I have used. I have used G78 10 motors, which have a total impulse of 133 Newton second. That means if I'm using two motors, I have a net impulse of 266 Newton second. And as given in the problem statement, we had to take a max total impulse of 320 Newton seconds. So this is well below the limit of 320 Newton seconds. Now, secondly, the launch mass is 128 grams and the empty mass is 65.7 grams. That means that if I subtract the weight, it gives me 62.3 grams of fuel or propulsion fuel that are being used by these motors. So if I multiply it by 2 for the cause of having two motors, the net fuel is 124.6 grams. That means I had to be well below the limit of 125 grams of propellant weight, and that is 124.6 grams. Now, and the max rocket weight had to be 1500 grams, and it is here 886 grams. So these are the total details of my impulse of my motor. I used the motor by Aerotex G78 133 impulse. Diameter is 1.14 inches and length is 5.04 inches. And this is the thrust curve. Now let's go to the basic component features. Also, let me show the 3D finished design. This is the part where the rocket would be put into, so that on the launch pad, so that it goes into a straight flight mode. Now let me explain why I have put every part where it is in this rocket design. So let's start with the basic nose cone. In the nose cone, as you can see, this is the payload. And let me show the payload. The payload is 50 grams of mass as specified in the problem that I had to use. I have used G-class motors. It's a single stage rocket. Standard payload of a minimum 50 gram weight. Also, I can use more payload also, taking into consideration the required stability and velocity. So I have scope for doing all that experiments. And uh, now, so the payload is 50 grams. I have put it in the nose cone so to have a stable CG. And also, if it is for some experimental purposes and it is shot into the sky, then the nose can detach from the rocket and the payload can be put in the sky or the orbit as required, so that the experiment can be done properly and the parachute from here will come out. So this has been designed in a proper mechanism, taking into consideration every step the rocket that has to perform while it's flight. So this rocket parachute will come out and the rocket can come down easily without being damaged, and the payload would get into its orbit and perform the required experiment. Now, this is the inner tube that are covering the motors. This I have made out of cardboard, which has a density of 0.68 gram per centimeter cube. And these are the required dimensions, taking into consideration the diameter and the radius of the body tube and the engine. Now, this is the engine block that is making the engine to be in its place and not moving and rolling around in the whole body tube. Now let's talk about the wing set. That is one of the main things that are present here. Wing set are the ones which give its stability and flight. So if I talk about the freeform air set here, as you can see the shape, this is in the form of a free shape that I have designed, take making different points, seeing and experimenting with different areas within it, and see where the stability and the velocity both can be achieved properly. So these are the designs present in front of you. So in this gives the maximum stability and the apogee that I had to have above 1,000 meters. Also the nose, and these are made out of uh, wood, because I thought that cardboard would be a very light material and it can be destroyed, because a lot of shear stress would be there present on the wing, because they have to cut through the air and the drag, so the rocket can soar above. So I used the plywood, which has a density of 0.63 grams per centimeter cube, and it can cut through the air easily. Also, the nose is made out of carbon fiber. The nose is of the shape of power series, because this was giving the maximum stability and velocity and was cutting through the air properly, because nose is one of the important components as it is present in the front of the rocket, and it is the one that cuts through the drag of air so that the rocket can soar. And I have used carbon fiber because it is light weight and is a very rigid material, so that it does not break through the pressure and the stress of the air. Now coming to the main body tube, the body tube is made out of PVC, which has a density of 1.39 gram per centimeter cube, and you can see the required dimensions. I have kept the rocket very intact and small size, because I did not feel that having a huge length would have a great impact on the rocket stability and velocity, because that was affecting it. And also the requirement of this rocket is not a lengthy rocket, so I made it a compact small rocket for experimental purposes, or for model purposes, like if I want to measure the velocity, altitude, or put some device in the atmosphere, then I'm able to do that. Now coming to the fact that showing all the components, let's go to the graph and see the flight simulations. We will use the flight simulation for the G78 motor that I've chosen. So we will see vertical motion versus time graph. As you can see, it is coming to the 1,000-meter mark. So this is the altitude and the vertical velocity. It rises very high because of the acceleration it produces, or the impulse that the boosters produces in the initial phase, and then it becomes a stable format. Or then comes the stability graph. Stability versus time. As we can see, post the initial phase, the whole rocket during the journey is in almost a linear line present between 3 to 10 seconds. Because of the initial impulse, the stability goes very up above, and then it becomes nearly almost stable. And here you can see also. So this makes sure that the rocket in the stability phase. Also, as I showed, that the stability should be between 1 to 2, and it is 1.25, so it is between the stability range. Also, we can see the other graphs of total motion versus time. This is the graph being plotted. So as you can see, the total velocity approaches zero here, and the altitude reaches, when the altitude reaches the maximum point, because as we know by Newton's law of motion, at the max point velocity has to near to zero, because after that it would start falling down. Next, post this drag coefficient. That is one of the important facts, that what are the coefficients that the rocket drag that the rocket is experiencing. So here is the graph. So initially the drag is first decreasing and then increasing, being because as the Mach number increases, as we know that as the velocity increases, drag also increases by a factor of square. This is the law of aerodynamics, because it has to cut through more air, and air starts sticking to the rocket as the velocity increases. Also, this can be taken into the consideration, like when someone experiences swimming and he's going at a faster speed, the water is also sticking to him faster and pulling him backward, and there's a lot of drag. So this is a nice analogy that can be given with aerodynamics, aircrafts or rockets. Now let's see the roll characteristics. So this is the roll characteristic graph. As we know that initially the roll rate would increase and then it would become stable. Now in this, let's see the angle of attack and orientation versus time. So this is a very important factor. So as you can see the graph here, angle of attack is the red line, vertical orientation is blue, and lateral orientation is the green in the graph. So post this simulation, we can see the whole rocket once again in the 3D view. So this is the rocket. The two thrusters or two motors are present here. And also one fact to be noted is that this red dot has to be behind this blue dot. The blue dot is the CG and this is the CP. CP is where all the lift, drag, movements can the forces come from this, and CG is where the weight is being applied. So these are the two different points. Like CP is the point from where all the lift and drag forces can be thought of coming from or originating from, and CG is the point from where we assume that if the whole body is considered to be a point subject, then the whole weight can be accumulated on the point of CG. So that's all from my rocket design. I hope you like it. The internal also. Once again, you can see the wings. This is a shape so that when the air comes, it just the wing cuts through like this, and the air just passes off. So that's why, and also I have given it fin tucks for proper stability so that the wing just don't come off. So this is my rocket, and thanks for your time. Bye.